Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. The conversation that I bring today is such a conversation because it deals with love. It deals with relationship. It deals with our hunger. It deals with desire. It deals with our core spiritual beliefs, the things that we've learned in our different faiths. It deals with our moral coding. It deals with our hearts and our minds, and it deals with our ego. Covet. This word is one of those words, and I thought, what better day than on a Sunday to discuss coveting? Hey, Patrick. Hey, Keisha. What better day to discuss coveting, right? Because it's one of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Now, I'm not going to get all religious and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to become a Bible thumper today. But what does this commandment mean? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Thou shalt not covet. To covet means to desire, to have great envy over what another has and that we do not have. To desire at a deeper level than what the word desire means. This is where our feeling toward our desire, what we're wanting to obtain. Somebody's leaving from somewhere close by. What we're desiring, that we're wanting it at an unhealthy level. Okay, that's what it's saying to us, that we're wanting it at an unhealthy level. And the way that we can tell that it is our ego and not our soul, that is not coming from God, is that we have negative emotion around it. So what is, hey morning, Brad. What does negative emotion look like in the land of coveting? All right, well, we could say, I'm not coveting, I'm in love with this. I am so hungry for it. This just has me mesmerized. This elates me. This expands me. This just makes me want it so bad. I hunger for it. I feel all of this amazing pressure in my chest. Therefore, it must be love. It must be love because I feel all this pressure in my chest. I feel like my heart is going to blow out of my chest when I think about typically another person, right? But it can be money. It can be a house. It can be a car. It can be a job. It can be a lifestyle. It can be somebody's connections that we see, the way they are with their families or their lover or their friends. We can covet anything, okay? And envy, no word like envy or desire or hungry even comes close to what covet means, which is why the word covet was used in the commandment of thou shalt not covet. Okay, it takes it to a deeper level. But thou shalt not covet, this coveting is, if we break it down in using other words that are similar, we would look at it as though I desire, I envy, I hunger for, I have this immense draw toward, I don't know what to do with it, that kind of feeling. So the negative feeling that we're having, that we might relate to love, because a lot of us believe that love brings up jealousy. When we love someone, then we're going to become jealous over that person. We're going to go, what? That's my wife. You shouldn't look at her like that. You shouldn't talk to her. I'm feeling jealous around that. Jealousy is not love, but jealousy is a symptom of coveting. Okay, but jealousy is not love. Jealousy shows our own insecurity, our own fears, our own worries, our own doubts, and that we are not in alignment with love, that we are in alignment with ego of control and a need to try to control it. This overwhelming pressure that we get into our heart when we feel like, oh my gosh, I have this immense love for somebody, but we're feeling this overwhelming immense pressure in our chest, like our heart is going to blow up if we don't speak it, if we don't share it, if we don't try to make it happen, force it to happen. See, anytime we're trying to really chase something, we're really pushing on it, we're really forcing it. This is not love. Love does not force. Love is open. Love is free flowing. Love has no pressure to it. That's not love. That is desire to control. That is desire to own. That is desire to possess. That is coveting. That is coveting, because we hunger for something at an unhealthy level. We're not really expressing love for it, but what we are expressing is we are expressing a desire to control it, to have it, when it is not ours. So the commandment of thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife is a clear statement of, she's not your woman, yet you're going after her, you're wanting for her, you're desiring, you're trying to manipulate, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. And we live in a world today where, marriage rates are actually going down. More and more people are opting to not get married. More and more people are just living together or long-term dating and living in different households, but they are a very serious unit couple anyway. So we could say, well, I can covet my neighbor's girlfriend, right? I can covet, that person over there. I don't even know their partner like that. So maybe they're not really serious because they don't have a ring on the finger. They don't have that marriage document. I'm not doing any harm over here. This isn't coveting. This is just, I would love to be with that person in some fashion or form. I really want to connect with that person. I really want. It's still coveting because we are going after something that is not ours. Okay, so sometimes we get these desires, these dreams, these hopes in us, and our ego will lead us to believe that they are something that they are not, and will get us out of alignment to who we really are, what our core nature is, that beautiful loving state. And we know that we are out of our beautiful loving state because we are all based in love. We are all children of God, okay? And when we are out of that loving state, we feel tremendous agony in our body, frustration, anger, hatred, control, jealousy, criticism. We're pointing out different things, we're like trying to force it. And none of those things are what love is. None of those things are what love is. If we are acting in that essence toward anything, and we cannot just hold that space for it and love it for just what it is, and just go, I love that person. I love that lifestyle. Yes, I want my lifestyle to be more like that. Yes, I would love to call in a person like that into my life. I wish my relationship that I currently have was more like those people's relationship, or was more like that, or I really like that characteristic about that, or I really love that about that. We can appreciate without coveting. We can love without having. We can love without controlling, because as soon as control steps in, as soon as we find a need to go and nitpick, as soon as we find a need to really look at something and go, oh, these are energies of hate, all lower vibrational energies. They pull us away from our core being. It pulls us away from our soul, away from God, away from our nature of love. I ask you today, what are you coveting? I guarantee you that we all covet. Maybe you're not coveting something right now. And if you're not coveting something right now, remember, it doesn't have to be a person. It can be a lifestyle. It can be a desire for a job. It can be a house or a car. It can be health. We can be really desiring something at a negative level in our health. We can desire something at a negative level in any category in our life. And when we move into the negative energy, the tension that we feel in our body, and we're going to feel it right here. This right here, our heart space, this is our GPS system of, am I in alignment to my soul, or am I in alignment to something not of my soul, but of my shadow, of my darkness, of the ego, not of my true path? And anytime we are feeling constriction, anytime we are feeling anger, anytime we are feeling jealousy, hatred, fear, any of these things, I need to control, I need to judge, I need to change something else that was not us. Because remember, the only thing that we have control over is us, right? There's your business, my business, and God's business. And the only business we can ever control is our business. Okay? So when we really focus in on our personal business, that releases a lot of responsibility, number one. But we also have to get right with the terms of, hey, that's you. And if I'm going to stay in a state of love with you, I need to be unconditional about it, which is what love truly is. And that means that I'm going to accept you for just how you're showing up. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I'm going to love you for you right now in the moment. right now in the moment, this is where I'm going to love you. And I'm going to love you and know that you're going to get your own lessons. You're going to make your own choices. You're going to do things the way you need to do for you. And I can make a decision based on anything for me because I love myself. So I'm going to make a decision based on things for me. This is an unconditional love relationship when we offer that. When we go, oh, well, you did this and da, 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 da. Now we're finger pointing. Now we're moving back into victim mode. Now we're moving into judgment, into criticism. We're moving into our shadow, into our ego. We're moving out of love and into the darkness of hate, into the darkness of control, of a need to change and try to transform something that is not for us to transform into something that we think will make us happier or would be more right for any other individual or situation. I ask you to look at, where are you trying to control? What are you coveting? Why are you coveting it? Because if you're coveting it, it's a sign that there's a void, okay? There's this void in what you currently have and what you're wanting for. And that you are choosing to look at what you're wanting for in a negative light of not having. Coveting is an expanded, deeper, more intense word on scarcity, because our scarcity thinking, our scarcity emotionalizing gets us into this, I've got to have that right now. I hunger for that so much. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I need it. And we get tense. And it was tenseness. I love that so much. I have to have it. That right there, that is a negative scarcity energy. That pushes everything away. That armors us up. That puts us over here. It takes us away from who we are. It takes us away from source energy, from God. It takes us out of love. And it definitely makes it where whatever we are going after, whatever we are craving for, whatever we look at and we go, I really want that. Or something close to that. It makes that run away from us. It pushes it away from us because we are going at it from a scarcity mode, from a control mode, because coveting energy instead of the love energy of, I love my life just where it is. I love this person, this energy, this position, the watching my friends get that, my family do that, my best friend marry the person of my dreams. I know that, hey, they just found the person of my dreams and they married that person, and wow, that means that person exists. And if there's one, there's probably more than one, right? There's opportunity for me to find somebody just as amazing as that. Yay. Bless them. Go, move forward in that spirit. Because when we do that, we open ourselves up. We open ourselves up to actually receiving it, to creating it naturally, organically, and in flow in a state of love, where we are open and expressive, which does not mean that we are open and expressive verbally, but we are open and expressive energetically. And our open and expressive energy allows us to receive instead of block. Where are you coveting? What are you coveting? What is your true desire behind that coveting? How are you actually approaching that desire from a place of need, a place of not having, a place of small thinking, scarcity thinking, fear-based thinking, versus unconditional, open, loving of life, self, and anything in it or anyone in it? I ask you to really look at this today. This beautiful, amazing Sunday that we have here in North Texas, at least. I know I'm often going to go and play with family and everything. It's my family day and house cleaning, family day, all that good stuff. But as topic came in a couple times over the course of the weekend. And it was just, so just on my heart to share it. And I was like, this is kind of an edgy topic, because if I use the word covet and if I use speak 10 commandments and stuff, it'd be like, well, yeah, but the Bible's talking about coveting a woman and the sin of coveting a woman. The sin is that we are out of alignment with God. That is our core, right? this energy of God moving through us. And when we sin, we are out of alignment with God. And to have this scarcity mindset, this unhealthy desire where we're trying to control and manipulate and force, instead of the free movement of what the universe is, of what life is, of what God creative energy is, we're trying to do the reverse of it. And anytime we try to do the reverse of it, we try to force the flow, we are now out of alignment and we are sinning. We are sinning. And that sin can kill us, much like it speaks of in the Ten Commandments, that's certain things, it's like our certain death. And it may not be certain physical death, but it kills our soul. It kills our energy. It kills our vibe, and it transforms our life into misery, into suffering, into pain, where we don't need it. And it's all because we're constricted and we're trying to control. We're trying to control. We are so constricted here, instead of moving in open-hearted and going, here I am, and here's life, and I can love it exactly where it is, and I can respect it right where it is, and I can respect myself, and I can respect other people, and I can respect life, and I can respect the energy, and I can feel it, and I can breathe in with faith, and with certainty that all the best will come to me if I open up to receiving it instead of chasing it and trying to control it. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention. Because if you question, is this love? Is this love that I have for this? Is this love that I have for this job? But yet you feel this like grasping at it. Like, no, I really gotta like really make this happen because of da 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 da. And it's just not, there's something there. You just don't know. And you almost feel hatred toward it. Or somebody and you're like, is this the one? Is this the one? And you feel this like crunching in your heart of, oh my God, what if this person leaves me right now? My life is over. I have to grip. Number one, you're not seeing that person in their true essence. Okay. You're now painting a vision around them. You become delusional in the state, because you start to see somebody in a light that there may not really be. They're human. There probably has some flaws. And if you start pointing at the flaws, that's great and fine and dandy. But what does that feel like in your heart? What does that feel like in your chest? Like, what is this feeling like? Now you're searching and you're trying to change. We're trying to change the situation. I want them to want me like that. I want that job to want me like that. I want that money to want me like that and be in my bank account. I want my health to want me the way I want my health, and I want to show up like now. I want my body to show up like now, right? Exactly the way I want it. That's all coveting energy. Just different aspects. For different subject areas of our life. But coveting energy is a control energy. It's a control, and it is not love. But it will mimic love. It will mimic love on the front side. And the way we tell if we are in love or if we are in ego, in coveting, is by what our heart is saying. And if our heart is open and relaxed and expansive and just a yes, then we are in love. But that also means that we have no desire to control or change the situation or the person. We're embracing the moment for just how it is, loving it. And if we are in coveting, we feel constriction and tightness, a burning hunger, like we're starving if this does not work out. Our life is over. And we start grasping and hunting and tearing it apart and chasing and feeling jealousy and rage and frustration and irritation. And all of these things are about us trying to manipulate and control the situation or the person. And those are not of love. Pay attention to your bodies. Yesterday we had a beautiful, beautiful workshop here in North Texas. Addison Bell and I, it was an amazing workshop. It was our 4th year teaching the Tantra Reboot VIP class 101. And I was telling my lover this morning, I was telling Steve, I was like, I absolutely, one of my passions is teaching small group and even large group workshops. I love it. This is where I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I absolutely love that aspect of my practice, that I get to share so much. And I love teaching classes because I'm such an organic facilitator, that I just kind of move in the moment, and I let the room's energy kind of guide what is going to be birthed in the workshop. So no workshop is ever the same, which is, I think, probably why people keep coming back to the same workshops over and over and over again, because they learn different things at every time they come. And it is this organic process of unveiling and everything. And yesterday it was definitely a beautiful depiction of that. We taught this 101 class, which was probably like maybe a 301 class in truth in parts. And it was just all this sharing and just this beautiful, beautiful small group. So for all of you that were there, that I know will catch this live stream later or in the week or today, thank you. Thank you for blessing Addison and I with your beautiful energy, with all the beautiful shares, the vulnerability, and just being there and being present in the moment. And for all of you that weren't there, I hope that you make the spring one, if you're in the North Dallas or anywhere in the state of Texas or Oklahoma or Louisiana, and you can make that VIP day where we take half the day and we like really go in and we do the stuff. We will do our annual spring Tantra class as well, which is another VIP day that you'll see coming out. I believe it's in March or in April. For all the ladies in the area, my local peeps, next week we are doing a body mapping art therapy project called Empowering Bitch, where we are going to talk about all the aspects of the feminine. We are going to talk about our little girls. We're going to talk about our nurturing side, that motherly aspect of ourselves. We're going to talk about the seductress. We're going to talk about the wise woman, about those older aspects of ourselves, the wise aspects of ourselves, which we can contribute to the grandmother aspect of ourselves, because we all have that, and how that incorporates itself into one, which we would call the empowering bitch, right? Because we are all, and we are pieces, and it shows up in beautiful moments of our life. And we're going to create this beautiful body mapping project, which is bringing our bodies into the picture, and we create this art project. So we are doing massive embodiment work of really defining ourselves, meeting those different aspects of self and empowering them so that we can create the life that we want and really own who we are, really own who we are. And then at the end of the month, the very last day of January, first day of March, of February, I'm already in March. My February schedule's already booked. It's like all my clients have booked. I've got workshops booked. I'm like, January's halfway over and I'm in March. Let's just skip February because it's just going to be like a whirlwind through with everything going on. No, but the 1st and 2nd of February, I've got my 10th year. I can't believe that is 10 years. I believe it is 10 years, though. I might be wrong. It might be the 9th. Although I think last year I said it was the 9th. So 10th year of Max, the Ancient Crystal Skull. He is paranormal phenomenon that nobody can really truly understand. You know, science has looked at him. He's had so many tests done, and archaeologists look at him, and historians and scientists and everything. I know that the Smithsonian has their eye on him, so that they want him in the near future to be there and everything. He's an absolute marvel, and I have been blessed to host Joanne Parks and Max, the Ancient Crystal Skull, for now 10 years in a row at my house for a 3-day event where we do private meditations with him and viewings where you can come, you can see, you can sit, you can charge energies. If you believe in charging of crystals, charging of water, and anything like that, this is definitely an opportunity to do that. On Saturday, February 1st, I will be guiding everybody through, like I said, I love small groups. I love these intimate, organic moments of teaching, these small groups, and I'm so excited because this year it came into me that with 2020 is about vision, and what better thing to do than a vision quest, a vision journey with the energy of Max. So we are going to bring it back to a little bit of Native American tradition this year. Sometimes we go Chinese, sometimes we go very metaphysical. This year we're bringing in the Native American flair. We're going to have medicine drums. We're going to take a spiritual journey into self and into our abundance that we want to call into life. I get to pull back some of my old teachings that I learned with my beautiful teacher Denise Lynn way back in the day up in Washington State. And we are going to pull in some absolutely amazing shamanic pathway work and do a visionary quest like no other. There is food, there is drink, there is community, there is Max. If you have not explored Max, if you're local to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, anywhere in the state of Texas, if you can get here for this event, for this beautiful, beautiful event of Saturday, February 1st, please do. If you cannot make that and you want to just experience Max, make one of the private viewings. For all other things, check out my website at www.kendalwilliams.com. Look at the events tab because, like I said, my year is already booking out. Is absolutely amazing, amazing year. So many beautiful events coming and being created just for you. My heart to yours. Claim your life. Know your worth. Know you are so worthy of love, so worthy of abundance. And remember to stop existing, start living. And I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee. Bye, everybody.